Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, your place for news and gameplay. Some good, some bad, and let's be honest, likely some rage and tilting. If you like what you see, please consider subscribing and hitting that bell for notifications. Today's episode, we're taking a look at some information that Pixonic had just released today. And it involves the update 5.2, which is going to have the event. That I believe they're calling it Among the Stars. Anyway, so we have some information for the event. We also have some information for the test server coming up for this weekend, which is going to be update 5.3. So we're going to quickly look at all of that here. So there's a little bit to get through, so let's get at it right now. So I've made some slides here, so we're going to quickly look at the update 5.2, which has the event. And as you can see on the screen right now, we have 3 new weapons coming into the game. We have the Hussar, the Avalanche, and the Igniter. Now, these aren't just the normal versions. These are ones that have been remodeled, just like we've had in previous events with, for instance, the Dragon Calamity and the Dragon Marquess, etc. So the regular weapons, I do not believe, or at least the regular version of these, I do not believe are going to be in the game yet. I think it's going to be like the previous Dragon event, where the Dragon weapons came first. So we have the Freedom Igniter, which is this event's model of the Igniter that will be coming in. We have the Freedom Avalanche and the Freedom Hussar. Going on, we also have 2 new pilots that are coming into this event that you can actually get them from the event tasks. As you use the event tasks, you're going to earn tokens, just like in the previous event where those tokens went into being able to open up these, I believe we called them special delivery crates in the past event. This one, you'll be able to open up crates as well, and those tokens could potentially get you a legendary pilot. These 2 pilots are called Linda Cano and Jade Parks. Now, I don't know the details exactly of how they interact, but there is supposed to be some interaction between these 2. All they said on the trailer video was that if these 2 pilots, Linda and Jade, have the same goal, then either magic or mayhem, something happens. So it sounds like if perhaps you have one of your teammates has Jade Parks and you're running Linda Cano and you're both going after and trying to kill the same robot, for instance, then perhaps you do extra damage. Who knows exactly what that extra bonus is for both of them going after the same target. Now, they said in the video, it's same goal. Now, would that also apply to trying to, for instance, capture a beacon? They are potentially they are changing the honor system. So maybe you're earning extra honor points if both of these pilots go towards the same goal. I don't know. We'll see when the event comes what the details of these 2 pilots are. But for now, just know that it sounds as though if your teammate has one of these and you have another one, then there'll be some kind of a bonus if you're both going after the same goal. So now let's look at the event tasks. And we don't know what the event tasks are, but I got this screenshot from their video, and something was quite telling here. So if you look at this one task, it says get 1,200 honor points for dealing damage and destroying robots. Now, that, at least in the current game right now, that is a lot of honor points to get for just one single task. I'm not sure about anybody else, but for myself, I'm in Expert League, and in Expert League, I believe it's 870 honor points to get your Expert crate right from the very beginning. I can't even get that in 5 days. I don't play enough. I play maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours a day, and I can't even get that in 5 days. So, at least that stands right now. That's going to be awfully hard to get if it comes in a game like this. However, they are changing the honor system. So, this task might be actually quite a bit easier than we actually expect. So, if you go to the next slide here, they are changing the honor system, and they are adding additional ways to get honor points. Honor points are now earned for the following: for doing damage. That speaks for itself. However, one thing you want to know about doing damage is you don't get points just by damaging a robot. This also includes doing additional hull damage, doing additional damage for physical shields, and doing damage against energy shields such as the Ansel and the Aegis shield. Now, you also get additional honor points for repairing robots. Now, according to the description of this particular honor point system task, it doesn't include self-repairing using modules. It says that you can earn points by mending with the mender. You can get them using the tier, and you can get them using the Wayland. The next one is for killing robots, and I believe we were already getting some honor points already for killing robots. But you do get points for killing robots, and you get additional bonus points for actually getting multi-kills. Now, for the first three categories here, doing damage, repairing, and killing robots, you actually get a bonus if you're doing that to robots that are actually a higher level than you. So the example they gave us here is if a level 5 Patton, if you're killing a level 5 Patton as an example, you're going to get some honor points, but not as many as if, for instance, you killed a level 12 Aojun. So there is some element there that looks at the bot you're healing, the bot you're doing damage to, the bot you're killing, and you'll get a bonus if it is a higher level, and if it's a more, what they call a more honorable kill or more honorable damage. The next one is capturing beacons. That's pretty self-sufficient. For every beacon grabbed in Beacon Rush or Domination, it yields a portion of honor. Now, what they mean by portion, I don't know, but they say a portion of honor. And for those who play free-for-all, this will be quite helpful. For every token that you have left at the end of a free-for-all match turns into honor. Now, I don't know if that's a one-to-one relationship. If you have 30 fist points at the end of free-for-all, do you get 30 honor points? Is it maybe a 2 for 1 or a 1 to 2? I don't know what the ratio is yet. They never gave us those numbers. For the last one, well, not last one, second last one is fighting to the end of a match. Now, I think this is probably trying to discourage people who just drop in with one bot and then leave the match. Either they're unhappy or they're just trying to tank. For me, if they actually want to try to address that, then this has to be a very big bonus to stop people from doing that. So you either get this by staying with your team until the end of the match, or until you're out of robots. Now, they don't say if you have to stay in the match for the entirety if you run out of a robot, or if you can leave the match and you still get your bonus. So again, that's something that's going to have to looked at as we go forward. But as of right now, if I was trying to get this bonus, I would probably stay in the match anyways, even if I had run out of all my robots. And finally, the last one is winning. You get a bonus, plain and simple, for just winning a match. Now, there's a little bit more to this than just this. So, for instance, it also depends on the league you're in. The higher league you are, the more honor points you get for each of these tasks. So essentially, you get a bonus for these honor point tasks if you're in a higher league. Again, what that ratio is and what the bonus is, I don't know. But if you're a Champion League player, because it's harder gameplay, you're up against harder components, harder equipment, harder bots, harder setups, you will get a bonus in your honor points as opposed to somebody like myself who's in Expert League. So with that being said, if we go and we look at the new honor system, again, I grabbed this screenshot because it was quite telling of something. You see in the background there, it says the gold crate is 47,000 honor points. Currently, the gold crate right now is 420. So the implementation of this honor system potentially will give us a lot of honor points. Now, will that mean we get these crates faster? I don't know. If they're changing the numbers on the crates to match the honor points we're going to get now, it's quite feasible that we're not really going to get these crates any quicker. It's just bigger numbers, and we're getting more honor points, but it takes a lot more honor points to get to these crates. So 420 honor points previously to now 47,000. So that means we'll probably get a lot more honor points throughout all of our battles, etc. But it will take also a lot more honor points in order to progress through the league system. But when this screenshot came up in the video, one thing they were talking about at the exact point in time, they said they were talking about further improving battle reward system in the next major update. And this screenshot was up on the screen when they said it. So does that mean the gold crate for 47,000 honor points won't come in until the next major update? Or are they referring to This will be the new points for the gold crate, etc. once the event goes live, but they're going to be looking at in 5.3 to change what's inside of those crates. My guess would be it'd be the latter. The league system is probably going to reflect the new honor points and therefore have these new big numbers of honor points for each individual crate that as you progress through the league system. But the contents of those crates will be changed in the next major update. So that is it for the event update. Now, let's look at what we're testing this weekend on the test server. First off is a new robot called the Behemoth. And it is a big, bulky beast that has a heck of a lot of firepower. As you can see, it's level 8 stats. Its health is 198k. And its speed is quite slow at 41 kilometers per hour, which it should be if it's a big, heavy bot. And speaking of firepower, though, it has 4 heavy weapons. So those of you out there who love to camp, who run those trebuchets, who run the dragoons, etc., you're going to love this kind of a bot. I'm not a camper. I don't like playing with people who are campers because ultimately, if you stay in your camping bot too long, you tend to lose the match for your team. However, those who like that play style, this is the bot for you. One thing to notice, though, it has 2 modes. A normal mode, in which it can walk around. It can only fire the 2 weapons. That's why you see in this picture there's only 2 weapons facing forward. However, in order to fire all 4 weapons, you are stationary. You cannot move. It basically plants you to the ground where you currently are, and you can fire your 4 weapons. Now, this is probably absolutely fine for those people who, for instance, run trebuchets. They love sitting way far in the back. They don't move hardly at all anyways, so this is right up their alley. Myself, I do have a Dragoon Fury I run occasionally, but I do move around quite a bit with it. So I would not, for instance, trade my Fury for this particular bot because I do want to be at least a little bit agile when it comes to having other people shooting at me. I want to be able to get behind cover. Now, they didn't specifically say, at least not from what I saw, was the cooldown period of being able to switch your weapons back and forth. So we'll see on the test server what that's like. But the next bot here we have set up here is called the Phantom. This is a pretty interesting bot. Its level 8 stats it has 125,000 health. It's a very quick bot at 60 kilometers per hour. And its ability cooldown is 10 seconds and its ability duration is 15 seconds. Right now we have no idea what weapons are on here. It could be, for instance, 2 light weapons and a medium on top. We don't really know. We'll find it on the test server. Now, its ability is called Blink. It's essentially you're teleporting this bot. But it takes a lot of explanation to try to determine, well, not determine, it takes a lot of explanation to get across how this bot will actually work. So as you're walking around, you can activate your ability and you will drop essentially a teleportation beacon. Now, once you drop that beacon, you have 15 seconds that you could potentially use it. Now, here's a caveat. That when you drop that beacon, that's where you can teleport back to. You can't, for instance, use this ability and choose where you want to teleport on the map. This was probably going to be more in line for people who are trying to maybe grab beacons. There's probably other situations people can think of, but right now that's the main one I see happening. For instance, you run into the center and you try to grab a beacon, and once you grab it, you want to teleport back to safety and your home spawn. So this is where this comes in. As an example, let's say you're on Shenzhen, and you start the match right off away, and you drop your beacon, your teleportation beacon, right at your home spawn. When you activate your ability and you drop that beacon, for 15 seconds, you have increased speed at 90 kilometers per hour, and you have an increased damage resistance of 33%. So for those 15 seconds, you could run to the center beacon, cap the center beacon, and then hit your ability again in order to teleport back to your home spawn in safety. Now, there's probably other situations where this will be useful. The one thing you have to notice is you are the only bot that can make use of that teleportation beacon. If people are seeing this and thinking, oh, well, I'm going to drop a beacon, and maybe I'll go someplace else on the map and I'll drop another beacon, and then my teammates can basically go through a portal or teleport to where I am. No, it only affects your bot. So you cannot zip all over the map. You only have 15 seconds to go to, when you drop your beacon, you have 15 seconds to go someplace, do whatever you want to do, and then teleport back. Now, you don't have to teleport back in those 15 seconds, just that beacon will be deactivated or disappear after those 15 seconds, and then you'll be able to drop another one, because the ability cooldown is only 10 seconds. So you can almost constantly have this cycle going where you drop a beacon and then you can rush out, grab a beacon, do some damage, something, and then come back to where you currently were in safety. Another use could be you drop it on a beacon and then you're going to try their enemy spawn, you're going someplace else to fight an enemy, and then a few seconds later you see the enemy is pushing back where you had dropped your previous beacon. You can use the teleportation, go back and try to defend the beacon where you had previously dropped that teleportation beacon. There's different situations we'll have to play out with and see how it actually progresses, but it is an interesting bot and concept, and we'll have to see how it works out. Now finally, there's one other thing that Pixonic has not confirmed, and this is called another bot called Leech. And the reason why I'm putting this in here is, for those of you who have watched Islander's video, he actually called this either 2, maybe 3 days ago, about 3 bots coming out: the Behemoth, the Phantom, and the Leech. And sure enough, he was right about the Behemoth and the Phantom, so I would suspect he's right about the Leech. At the time he made that video, there was no information about those bots, and there's no information about this Leech. That's why it's all in question mark, and I want to make a caveat that this is all speculation. But so it hasn't been confirmed by Pixonic, but I wouldn't be surprised to see it in next weekend's test server. And there's no information available. However, we can try to guess what that ability anyways might be because of the name Leech. And here's my thought. We have bots out there, for instance, that do, or weapons anyways, that do corrosion damage. And we have other bots out there that do healing, etc. Now, to me, a leech, at least in the wild, is an animal, or basically kind of a bloodsucker who actually sticks on you and sucks your blood. And that's how they grow. Well, to me, this would be something on that the built-in ability of this bot could potentially target another bot. I don't know what the distance sort of would be. To me, it would have to be probably relatively close. And what they do is they actually heal themselves by leeching HP from another bot. To me, that'd be kind of an interesting concept. I have no idea if this is true or not, but to me, it would make sense for something along those lines, given the name of Leech. So anyways, that's my thoughts. That's a quick update. And I'll be on the test server this weekend to play with these bots. I believe the bots are going to be live on Saturday. I don't know if they're going to be in the test server on Sunday or not, but they definitely will be on Saturday. So I'll be on Saturday morning and see how it is on the test server with everybody else running around teleporting like crazy. So anyways, until next time, cause some mayhem in the field for me.